All right, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate that so much. It's time to check in with Ben Hushon of the Mill in Whitehall, Maryland, and he joins us now to get us updated on conditions from last week. And I know it's been kind of an on-again, off-again deal with the rain and the warm temperatures this year. So, Ben, what happened last week in the Mid-Atlantic region there where you are?
Good morning, Marlin. Well, we've had great growing weather for corn and soybeans. But it has, and we've had the 1 to 2 inches of rain. We've had plenty of heat to get things, continue to make things grow, make corn and make beans. But the folks trying to get any hay dried, which is a real nice cash crop in our area with all the horses and the cattle, it has virtually been impossible this summer. And there's discussions already from folks trying to estimate what in the world dry small baled hay, even the large square bales, is going to be bringing this winter at auction because it has been virtually impossible. We've had another week ahead. As I look at the forecast Tim just put up, I don't see any changes coming in the next 7 days for this area.
So what is the chief challenge for producers right now in the maintenance of their crops?
Well, Marlin, at this point in our area, people are working, the folks that are getting some hay baled, wrapped as wet bales, et cetera. They're doing some weed control. And then soybeans, they're doing tissue samples and doing some weed control, foliar fertilizer, and fungicide on the beans. But it's a challenge in the Northeast. We've got smaller fields, and for the viewers, I sent in some pictures from yesterday. We've got pumpkins in bloom that might be at a neighbor across the street. Tobacco is a crop that you don't think of up in our area, but there are small areas of tobacco around, and they can't have any discoloration on that leaf. If something goes a little wrong and you get a little discoloration on a corn stalk or a bean plant, you're okay. But tobacco, it has to be an immaculate plant for them to get maximum value. It sells a lot by visible, how it looks, and it can't have any marks on it. So it's a challenge this time of year, as it always is. But in the Northeast, small fields bring us a little different challenges than you might have where you grew up.
Well, that's a very interesting point, and I always look forward to the updates coming from that part of the country, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Ben Hushon of the Mill in Whitehall, Maryland, with an update on conditions there in the Mid-Atlantic region. I want to get you updated on our current futures trade now. We'll start with the corn market in Chicago. And on the September contract, we opened up about 1.5 pennies higher this morning when the trade opened up. Right now, we are 2.5 higher at $3.59. And now it's on the high of the day. December 2.5 higher at $3.73. Meanwhile, on the soybean trade today, we now have that September contract on the soybeans showing a last trade of $8.61.5. That would be 4 1/4 cents higher, kind of in the middle of our trading range today. November up 5 3/4. That was just a big tick upward there. 8.74.5 now is our last trade, about 4 cents off our high of the day. In the wheat trade in Chicago, we have September now trading 1 3/4 higher at 5.35 1/4. We've been on both sides of unchanged today. We're still off our overnight high by 9 cents. On Kansas City wheat, we have that September contract 1 penny higher at 5.41 3/4. Minneapolis wheat has been struggling with the harvest underway. We have September down 3.5 cents at 5.89 1/4. In fact, the spring wheat harvest is 35% complete. Their average is 27%. Looking at the cotton right now on December, we are trading 11 points higher at 82.87 cents per pound. Off our high, we've been higher and lower here during the course of the day. We'll pause for a break, and when we come back, we'll get you updated on all our livestock trade information when we come back.